yes.
Love me some Tyler Perry movies, that's
10,
for sure.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Uh-oh.
2,
We go.
1, 0.
Hey, he got it right this time.
You already know how we do.
Hey, we starting out right. That's what's up.
Hey.
Starting off counting backwards in Spanish, man.
Like
Hey, man.
Lola's.
Oh yeah. So welcome Facebook, YouTube, Instagram to episode 46. Episode 46, man, of Technically Speaking, where we are giving you news
That you can use.
Hey.
What you gonna tell them, Bobby? What you
Oh
gonna
yeah, you got something to tell them, right, Bobby?
I got something to tell who?
The viewers, the watchers, what they supposed to do?
Y'all supposed to like and subscribe.
Yes.
Comment.
And
Shout
share
out.
that bad boat thing.
Make sure that you comment if we're talking about something that piques your interest. By all means, jump into the convo, please.
Do it. And that's, as y'all see, that was your co-host Bobby right there. You got your co-host Corey as well, and then our special guest for the night, a good friend of mine, man. I was just I'm trying to get better with not like talking too much before we start, because like Corey got on us the last time. It was like, whoa, let's go live before we start talking about all that. So really good friend of mine, man. Like I'm gonna take it back. The way we met, I actually met her through a former partner of hers. We both were in the Air Force together. I was TDY with this cat. We were TDY. In Washington, Tacoma, Washington, and he was like, he was showing love to the music, and he was like, "Hey, man, my wife is a choreographer, man. You should like link up with her." I believe this was 2004-ish, and then a year later, 2005, we started linking up, working together, stuff like that. Long story short, she became my lead choreographer when I was doing my music thing. All my shows, man, she choreographed. And like in the 2005 era, right, 2010s, this is when a lot of your underground like artists was trying to be 50 Cent, gangster. Everybody was gangster, but I had that party music.
I'm still gangster. No, I'm just like,
no.
You know Bobby is gangster.
You know, little holy little hood. All I'm saying.
Hey, you know what song I still got in my head?
What's that?
Which one?
Uh-oh. She froze up on
you know I'm gone, man. Gone.
Hey!
I'm gone.
Gone off and sold you?
Soju, yeah.
Soju, boy.
Hell
yeah.
You introduced me to Soju. I was like, this is not strong at all. And then I was like, I can't feel my face.
And then you was on the floor.
I couldn't. I was like, this is not normal.
Yep.
Every time I go past a liquor store or something, and I see that little green bottle with the little brown paper and the characters. What is it? Korean characters, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm like, I'm not touching that.
Hell yeah.
I told you.
Hell yeah. Yep. And so she added a lot of fun element to my live performance, man. So say that to say she's a choreographer, very talented choreographer, a model, an actress, a mom, entrepreneur, everything, brand ambassador, you name it, man. She does it. She's out here getting it in. So everyone, welcome my good friend, Miss Bianca Marie, y'all. We got her. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Just living life, trying to, just stay away from all this stuff that's going out. I'm just staying in the house too,
Yeah, I feel you.
It's a lot going on.
Yeah. Dude, I ain't left the house since I think I had to go somewhere Friday. I ain't left since, man. I've been, we work, baby. Like
no, for real. Well, my job be outside, so I be outside. But
nah.
You know
how are you doing tonight, Bobby?
Fine.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Fine.
No, I'm fine. I mean, I don't got the luxury of working from home. Some of us be in a skiff, sir. That's cool.
You know, I just started working from home, and it's not permanent. It's not permanent either. I'll be at Port San Antonio tomorrow. So If anyone's out here
it's all good.
want to buy me lunch at Port San Antonio, holla at your boy. I accept all
Port San
forms of payment.
Antonio.
Corey, how was your weekend, sir? How you doing?
Okay, so I've been doing good. I
There's a
can't
reason why I
even
say them for
complain,
last.
man. God has been truly good. Like, whenever they say, you know what I'm saying, be careful what you pray for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the type of person to be like, yeah, I'm careful for what I pray for. And I understand that when my plate gets full, I pray for this. So I also prepare for this.
Yeah.
So I'm good with this. Like, I had a client wanting one thing and she ended up getting two things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, thank you.
That's what's up. Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
Blessed and highly favored over there, sir.
yeah, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And whenever I go to work for somebody, you know what I'm saying, I'm always thinking about them and their customers in mind. So I always I'm always going to give more than what they pay for. So I'm happy, bro. Wifey and the kids went out, had something to eat. Had one of our nice little breakfast spots over in Westchester. Anybody and if you're in LA, Westchester area, make sure you hit up Coffee Company. They a nice bomb spot. I've been going there for over 20 years. And it's a good atmosphere. You might see a celebrity or two in there, but it's definitely not bougie, not expensive, and good food, man. So and then I had church on Sunday. So you can't go wrong when you get church. You know what I'm saying? That word.
Right.
You all right. I like the wiggle word.
The wiggle word.
Too good.
And back to you, Bianca. How was your weekend? What you get into? Were you working or were you in?
Really, I just studied this whole weekend. I'm taking my I'm trying to be a insurance broker. So
okay,
I just been studying for that. I take my test next week, so wish me luck. But yeah, I just been trying to study.
What kind of insurance?
That was my weekend. I was sitting in my room, sitting up in my accident and health.
Oh, okay. I was a life insurance agent here, licensed in the state of Texas, and stuff. So I get that. You gotta definitely study for it.
Okay.
About getting my life insurance license.
It's a lot.
Yeah. But see that I got.
But you can do it. Hustle. You can do it. I know you can.
Oh yeah.
Bobby, I didn't know that about you. A license.
I need that encouragement right now.
Right.
Nah, Dad, you got that. And you know what? That's
Bobby got more licenses than the DMV. I promise you.
I don't.
Bob, she got a physical therapist license. She has a
massage
therapist license. She has her.
I got a massage therapist license too. I do. I got one.
Look, y'all might as well go to business for each other. You know what I'm saying? She got a Patriot Restoration license. A water restoration license. I'm sure she got you got more degrees than a thermometer, and I'm not mad at you.
I don't know about all that. You know, one degree.
That just shows how women of today hustle, man. You didn't see that back in the 50s and 60s, right? I got water restoration licenses. I got massage license. I got insurance license. I got.
Well, I wouldn't say you didn't see that. They just didn't incorporate it into financials because they were always working. Like my mom and my aunties, they were in the field. They went to school 3 days out of the week and worked in the field on 2 days out of the week. And that was in Mississippi.
You said your mom?
My mom's 50s and the 60s.
Wow.
Okay.
Corey, what one of my favorite movies is Hidden Figures.
Oh yeah, that's
because we don't talk about women in the science, IT, mathematical fields and stuff like that, and to see where those ladies, where their brains helped get the astronauts up to where they needed to be and stuff, and all the safety features and everything. So, real cool movie. If you haven't seen it, I think Taraji P. Henson is in it, and she's one of the main characters. Is good.
You've seen that movie, right, Corey?
Of course, I let my kids see it. Yeah, man, come on, bro.
Ain't no if. He about to have a black card revoked right now.
Man, I got a black card deck. Okay, so you can't never take one of my black cards. You feel me? The only time you take a black card is if you're talking about like MASH, and MASH ain't even black.
Matt, no, you all right with that. Now if it was 18, because if you were 80s baby. So you know what? We're gonna get back since we talking entertainment and stuff like that. Bianca, what's your when you meet someone, you in Georgia, you having a conversation, like what's the number one movie? If you ask someone, have you seen it, and they say no, you taking that black card. What movie is that?
Baby Boy.
Oh yeah.
I had someone tell me that they hadn't seen Baby Boy. Me, a friend of mine that one of my castmates, we actually did like a little a snippet, and like we redid the Baby Boy one of the scenes, and she had no idea what that was. I said, she said, I never seen Baby Boy. I said,
what? With Tyrese and Snoop?
Baby Boy? How you black and you ain't never seen Baby Boy? but what I do notice about a lot of what I have noticed about a lot of people that grew up in Georgia, you know, with their parents. I mean, in the South, period. Yeah. They parents wouldn't allow them to watch certain things. Their parents wouldn't allow them to listen to certain music. So they had to listen to church music all the time. So that's the difference
didn't allow them to be black.
Hey, listen, it's okay. Whatever keeps people off the streets and, you know, out of trouble. I could see as a parent,
Baby Boy made me not want to be in the streets. I'm just being honest with you. Baby Boy was a good movie, but I was like, I'm not going to be there talking about, look at all these millionaires. You got millionaires on you. You got millionaires on you. I was like, bruh, man is literally selling tapes in the parking lot.
How many millionaires you got on you? I count at least 4.
Oh,
hey.
I'm saying,
yo,
Jody living at your. I know everything
Jody.
on that. Living at your mama house.
Yup.
Put my on the phone.
Bianca, you did that so good. I was like, yo, because she reenacted the scene. When I saw it, I was like, yo, you the next thing you do, you gotta go make some tacos now, man. Like, right, tacos at. That's how good she did it.
I'm saying,
yo, but you mentioned people growing up in the South, so that means you not from the South. Where are you originally from, man?
I'm from Chicago. Chi-town,
get down.
Yo.
Disciples, you know what?
What part of the Chi are you from?
South side. I'm from the South side. Right in the city, the heart of the city.
The heart of the city.
Shaka do the South side.
Every time I tell somebody I'm from the South side, they be like, "Oh no, you dangerous."
Uh-oh.
Only if you make me.
That's all women know. I mean, that's not unique to the South side of the Chi.
Yeah, you're right. That it's all women.
Yeah, because you know,
some worse than others.
Yeah.
There you go. Some worse than others. That's what it is.
Yeah, I done seen it. So started out in the Chi, south side of the Chi. I gotta ask this question, man, because it's not that often we get people from Chicago here. Like, what's up with your boy, man? Kanye. Like, what's he like? What's going on, man?
I don't think Kanye has. I don't think he has anybody in his family that he looks up to that can actually sit him down and actually talk to him. You know what I mean? I feel like he's been that way since his mom passed away. And it sucks because I miss Kanye.
Yeah.
I miss Kanye.
We miss Kanye. We love Kanye.
He got a lot going on right now.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like,
I don't know. I don't know who Ye is. I don't know.
But look, can I be honest with you? Can I be real with you?
I mean, I hope you ain't lying to us.
I mean,
on ahead.
I honestly think everything he's doing right now is just to push his music. That's it. Think about it. Before his project came out, he was radio silent.
I ain't heard none.
Yeah, but it's streaming on YouTube, and he knows what he's doing.
I haven't heard any of his new music right now.
I heard it was something called The Bully or something
it's
like
called
that.
Bully. The whole album is one long YouTube video
with the kid and the wrestlers, huh?
Right, kid and the wrestlers and other stuff. But see, the reason why I say that Kanye is if you look at it, and I'm not giving him credit saying he's a genius, but he is a genius because of the fact that he understands what he's doing. He knows that he's out of the music industry. Like there's no money he can make over there, but he can make money over here in the streaming era. So like he went on Twitch and went live on Twitch and was making beats, and he had over 1 million people on there. Now imagine if he decides to go and say, okay, well, you can watch Kanye cook a track and actually interact with you for $5, right? And he knows he has a following. He does that.
Well, he got that hustle. I will ask this. You know what? You brought up a good question. Coming from the Shy, do you think what the Shy taught y'all is kind of like what guides the way he hustle? Because he make the thing work, man. He makes it work. What you think, Bianca?
Mm-hmm. Kanye. I think he does. You know, one thing about Kanye is just like you said, he's a genius. Sometimes you don't understand them, but you know, some of the movements that he do, you know, you gotta appreciate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But besides that, you know, I think he has a lot of issues that he needs to overcome.
Yeah, you ain't lying. We all do.
Yeah. But
his is just on public display.
I was about to say, I was like, his are out there for everybody to see.
Yeah, and then again, he's not a billionaire again, but he was a billionaire at one point in time. So he got used to ruffling feathers and having that FU money.
Yeah. Speaking of all of that FU money and getting back
compared to me, he still got FU money. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he still got that. He still got that.
He still got it.
So you do model, you know, Bianca. Like, what do you think about like when his wife came through and was showing
at the
BET Awards, man? Like what do you think as a fashionista about that? I think there's a slight delay.
All I could think about is I remember watching the Kardashians one day, and you know, he was arguing with Kim because of the way she was dressed. You know, he wanted her to be a little bit more conservative. So how you got the new girl over here being half naked? You know what I mean? Point. It didn't make any sense to me.
Good point.
I can tell you why.
I don't understand why she allows, you know, why she, you know, allow him to do. I don't know. I felt like it was a horrible show for her to look like that.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it took me a minute to finally swipe away on IG when I saw it, but after I swiped away, I was like, yeah, that ain't right. That ain't right. He shouldn't be doing that. And then
so yeah, I mean,
but you look though. But you look though.
I mean, I couldn't help it.
Let me just say, BET Awards happened.
Everybody looked okay.
Not BET. That was the Grammy Awards.
That was
right?
The Grammys. Yeah.
That was the Grammy.
Even
Grammy
bigger
Awards happened the first week of February. We still talking about it because we just brought it up. So he knew what he was doing. I wouldn't be surprised if he paid her to be his girl for a certain amount of time. Like, hey, look, I'm building up a rollout to my album. I need you to be naked on this red carpet. We're not even gonna stay for the event. And she was like, well, how long I gotta do it? 5 minutes. Walk the red carpet, boom, done, deal, out.
That's funny. His girlfriend's name is Bianca. Just saying.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
But not the cute one we got here with us right now. This other lady.
I mean, she ain't ugly. I ain't gonna sit here and be like she ain't ugly. I mean,
I didn't say she is ugly. I'm just saying, little women, I'm just a little respect for yourselves. All I'm saying. But what can you expect when you're up there doing all of that, flaunting everything you want? Like they say, why buy the whole cow and get the milk for free?
I don't think a lot of regular Joes will be able to afford that cow. Just to be honest, I get what you're saying. That's a very expensive
especially
cow.
now.
That's a very expensive cow.
Now.
Especially her value done went up, just like Amber Rose. Because I didn't know nothing about no Amber Rose till she was with Kanye. Right?
You know, Amber Rose made me think different about her after I saw Drink Champ. I mean, Shay Shay.
Yeah.
She made me think a lot better for her.
I have not seen it.
Yeah.
Nah, it was a good interview. She's actually a really smart girl, man. But I mean, I didn't know her, the Kanye effect, right? So speaking of entertainment, Chicago. So you came from Chicago. What came first? Because you act, you model, you choreograph. What came first? Like which one was it?
Choreographing. I've always, I didn't really get into modeling until I got to Georgia. It was a I'm bored type of thing because I was a housewife, you know what I mean? And my, Amari, I had her in modeling in Tucson. So once I got here and I started meeting people, and they was like, "Well, why aren't you modeling?" I'm like, "I'm a tomboy. I don't model." But I actually got into it and I liked it. I still enjoy it.
Okay.
I still enjoy it.
Are you still active in modeling, or I mean, is the acting taking over?
The acting is taking over because that's what I've really been wanting to do. So I've been like diving more into that. On top of that, I had a stress fracture last year, and I had it for like 5 months. So I'm trying to steer clear of the heels for a little bit. I wear them and I go sit down.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, Bianca.
Because it's. Mm-hmm.
All right, so one of the things on my bucket list is to be in a movie, right? In order for me to reach that, look, just saying, I want to be in a movie and I want to be in a music video. But what I'm saying is, in order to like what you're doing with like your Tubi hustle, how do you even get into that, in that doorway? How do you get your foot in there? What advice can you offer to other young ladies who are wanting to do
I did a lot of so I started working more in Macon, and Macon's only about 30 minutes from here. But I started doing a lot of karaoke, just singing in bars and whatnot, and I started meeting people. One of my friends who's also a singer, she knows a film director that's an independent film director, and she actually introduced me to him. From him and me being in his movie, it opened a lot of doors for other people to see me. You know what I mean? So the people that I work with now, he actually saw me in Hidden Truth, and he was like, "I want to work with you. I want you to be a part of our team." So I've been with them ever since. So we did one movie. I'm working on my second one with them right now.
Okay.
Nice. And what's the name of the movie?
But I would definitely say do a lot of networking. Do a lot of networking. You just have to be around the people that is interested in doing the same thing that you are.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind, girl, because I got to tell you right now, as far as singing goes, I got a voice only Jesus loves on a Sunday morning, okay?
And you said the name of the movie that you're in is called Hidden Truth?
Yes. TRUTHS. Truth.
Yeah.
Don't forget the S.
Don't forget the S.
Yep. If you're just looking for Hidden Truth.
Don't forget the S now.
Yeah, support that, man. So
right.
You're one of, I have a couple of friends that are doing their Tubi hustle, man. And I definitely respect the hustle. And I'm looking at Tubi. And this is no shade to anyone that's doing that. It's kind of like when I was in music, right? I had to go the underground route, right? Because Corey, we started back when, trying to get a label deal was like you had to get a deal. You make a demo, shop the demo, right?
Out the trunk.
Out the trunk, however you can get it, right? A mixtapes turned into mix CDs that we were still calling mixtapes, and so on and so forth, right?
Right.
What I kind of see like that parallel of how we moved in the underground, because we just had to go direct to consumer, right? Because we couldn't get no deals. I couldn't get no deal. Some people got lucky and got a deal. I kind of see that with Tubi, right? Like it's for whatever reason, right? You may or may not be able, because you don't. How far are you from Atlanta, Bianca?
About an hour and a half.
About an hour and a half, right? So it's not the direct route, or maybe it's not as easy to just go to Atlanta and go get a deal, right? But in the interim, now you have a platform like Tubi where you can just start putting it out yourself, like we did with the underground mixtapes and albums that we did, right? Like, what's your thoughts on that? How what I'm seeing is like actors, actresses, directors, producers, stuff like that. They're kind of using Tubi the way underground hip hop artists just use the underground scene. What's your thoughts about that?
You're right. I feel like Tubi is like the new underground, for actresses and actors. What I do hope is, big time, film directors, they take the time to go to Tubi and watch certain films. You know what I mean? Because that's kind of what I pray for. You know what I mean? As far as getting out there, because we making these movies, but of course we want it to mean something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what they always say is it's not about the quantity of the movies that you do, but the quality of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So when a film director goes to the movie, they'll be able to see some actually good actors that they can take from there and do something else with. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I hope for.
Okay. Okay.
Can I ask you a question? So you know how Tubi, how do Tubi, when you put your film on Tubi, how do they get paid? Like do you get paid per views? Do you get paid per like streams? Do you get paid for like people who like I don't know.
What they
Just curious.
That's a good question.
So I know what I do know, because I don't know too much about that part. I always ask questions, because the guy that I was with, you get a big lump sum. If they like the movie, you get a lump sum, okay, and that way you can distribute that to however you want to. But as far as after that, you get paid based off people watching the movie. So sometimes it's like I'll turn Hidden Truth on and go to work.
Hey,
just as
I'm
long
not
as the
mad at
movie
that.
is playing, we getting paid. We're not getting paid a whole lot. We're not getting paid a whole lot, but you're getting something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like that.
Generating some royalties, huh?
Now I will say Tubi has gotten a little bit, huh?
Does that generate royalties?
No.
No.
Not much. Not much at all. You may get about $20-$30.
That's not bad.
But it's something. You still getting yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Part of take a guess right now.
Like, I don't really care about the money. I want people to watch it.
Right.
Yeah. It's that natural progression as an artist, right? Like,
but now,
go ahead.
What you say now?
No, I was saying that's that natural progression of an artist. You care about the art.
What did you just say?
The natural progression of an artist, like it's all about the art.
Yeah, I don't really care.
As you build up.
Yeah. Like right now, I actually have I have an agency in Tennessee. They do a lot of those like For My Man. You heard that show, like the little killing documentary or whatnot, and you do all the reenactments. So
I thought it was a balloon
that's what I've been doing here.
Okay.
Lately.
Nice. Huh, I'm about to tell you, I'm not familiar with that.
Not the pop the balloon. What's that? You heard of Snap though, right?
Yeah.
That's right. All right, Bianca, we want you to reenact
like,
this lady slashing her husband. Good Lord.
Wow.
That's
That's crazy.
Nah.
So,
But yeah. I mean, I've seen,
yeah.
I know exactly what you're
Yeah.
talking about, but I never thought about that. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea.
so
Ah.
Bianca, for our audience and also for myself, walk
Mm-hmm.
me through um, a person who has a already made film and they want to go ahead and distribute it on Tubi. What are the rights and requirements? Do they got to get music cleared? Do they got to get permission from locations? Do they got to get what do they have to do? Do they, or they can just upload like YouTube?
So if you have your own, if you have the script on you, is that
Hmm.
what you're saying? Like, because you have
No. If
a
you
whole
have the
written
actual
script,
film, the whole
so you
film
will
already
pretty
ready.
much. Oh, then you submit it to Tubi. You
Okay.
automatically submit it to Tubi. To if there's something that Tubi don't, that wants you to change, they're going to send it back and tell you what to do. Like the movie that
Oh.
that it should be on there. It should be on Tubi late April, early May. But he had to. They sent it back a couple times. They're getting a little bit strict, so they have a whole lot. Because when we did Hidden Truth, I want to say that was that was on Tubi within like 2 months.
Oh
It's
wow.
taken about 6
Nice.
for this one
Really?
because they're so backed up. Yeah, because they're so backed up. They have, and then, like I said, they're getting a little bit more strict on, if the sound isn't right, they want you to change that. Any little thing, they
Ah.
want you to change it for it to be Tubi ready.
Got it.
Mhm.
So they have a
So
standard
like the
now.
last one we
There's
had, he said, okay, well we gotta, yeah, they didn't have a standard at first.
got it.
So we try not to make it look like a Tubi movie. We want it to look like a Amazon movie.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's on Amazon as well. But we want you, because a lot of Tubi movies don't be all the way right. You shoot somebody and they start bleeding, it's ketchup. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh God.
Yo.
you know how it go.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Somebody didn't catch it in
Yep.
edit.
But
That's
yeah,
all.
they get a little bit strict. They're getting a little better.
That's good. That's good.
Nah, exactly.
I mean, you
We
got
got
to
a
deal with
question in
budget
the chat.
constraints too. You got to deal with budgets too, because I know some stuff I did, and Corey, you can attest. Well, you was there too, Bianca. Sometimes it was like you had the no budget, and then like for me, you had low budget and no budget. I was on that no budget end of the spectrum, so we just had to try to make it work, man.
Make it work. We found out how to do it ourselves.
Make it work right.
So if you got to start out with catch up and you
that's
working
what
your way
that's
up,
what we do too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you could have went to the costume store and got some blood now. But you chose to use ketchup now.
Better go to Dollar Tree and get you some paint. And paint and food
Oh
coloring.
man. Hey, I feel it though, man, with the no budget though, because I know sometimes like people that remember like my first video, they'll be pointing stuff out. I'm like, dog, I had no budget, dog. I was
right?
active duty paying child support. What you expect, man?
What you expect, right? I'm saying.
That's funny.
Hey, but
And
I mean,
some movies, they'll rent an Airbnb. The one of the movies I did, it was called Her Internal Reflection. So that was in McDonough. That's about 30 to 40 minutes from Atlanta. It's pretty much like the suburb. If you don't want to live in Atlanta, move to McDonough. But yeah, so
okay.
he actually got the Airbnb for the weekend to make it look like the lead person's home. So you have to invest.
Yes.
If you want to make a great movie, you have to do some type of investment. As far as like the movie that we're doing right now, we got a nice loft. It's beautiful. It's perfect. You know what I mean? It's the upstairs and downstairs. It's beautiful, but when you see the movie, it'll look like a mansion.
Nice.
Okay.
And it's just you gotta do a little bit of investing.
Of course.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about this movie too. But
that's what's up. So that's the one you're working on right now.
Yes.
So you got Hidden Truths. There's one what's the name of the one that we're waiting for? You said it's taking about 6 months.
You're waiting for Lines of Allegiance.
Lines of
Lines
that
of
one is like
Allegiance.
a yeah, it's gonna put you in the mind frame of like Paid in Full and movies like that.
Okay. Okay.
You remember Paid in Full? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Hustle,
I've
starting
also
from the
did
bottom, coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got like two kingpins, and I'm not a lead, but I play. I play one of I play the sister of one of the kingpins, and I'm in love with the best friend, which is the other kingpin.
Oh wow!
Mm-hmm.
Things just got spicy.
It's a pretty.
I'm about to say it's getting spicy.
This seems like one of them power type movies, power show, but slash movies.
Yeah. Now,
do y'all have a
the
bomb
one that I'm
intro or
doing
a theme
now,
song?
the one that. What's that?
I said, do you got a bomb intro or a theme song?
Do you have
I love a movie that.
I do. I got an intro. I do have an intro, and you gonna see it.
Nice.
Okay, we have to do like a watch party or something, man.
But well, it'll be out. It'll be out soon. So you go. I wish because every time we do the movie, we have a premiere here. For everybody to come to the theater to watch it. I just wish there was a way for you guys to be able to watch it as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That way we could give y'all some
hopefully
love.
Soon they'll think of something.
Oh,
that's what's up,
but
man.
I play. I have Hidden Truth out. I got Hidden Truth out. Lines of Allegiance. Her Internal Reflections. Somebody is actually looking to buy Her Internal Reflections.
Oh wow!
So
Congratulations!
That's exciting.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Hey, when that happens, let me hold something.
So I actually like watching independent
that be
films.
On Tubi just yet,
so
but
I'll be looking forward to checking it out.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
I'm gonna go
fun.
Check out it's very weekend. Now, okay, so now I'm gonna tell you something. Don't be scared of me the next time you talk to me, okay? After you watch it.
Look, I know how to separate the actor from the human.
It takes a while, man. Because when you're a good actor,
I play crazy in this one. So the guy, that I did Lines of Lead, when he came in, he was like, I want you to do this movie. He's like, okay. And I want you to play the crazy part. I'm like, no, I'm not. I said, y'all don't want me to get no dates. You just don't. Yeah. I was like, I don't want to. I told him, I said, I don't want to play the crazy person. Let me play the wife. So I'm the wife. But the girl that plays the villain, which is the crazy girl. I the first day I met her, we just clicked just like that. She's she's not from Georgia either, and we both Scorpios, so we kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? But our chemistry was just spot on. Our chemistry was spot on.
That's
so
amazing.
This is going to be a good movie. We kind of got like the same personality, like bitch. So yeah, I'm excited. I am very excited. Out of all the movies that I've done, I am very excited about this movie.
Cool.
Do y'all have a date yet? For that one to come out, or like they can't even give you a TBD yet?
Lines of Allegiance. He told us that it would be out sometime in April. So we still it's April.
That's this
so
month.
Hopefully it'll be in the next couple weeks. But I will definitely let you guys know as soon as it come out so y'all can watch it.
Yes, please.
Oh yeah, we'll have to push that out. Yeah, you got me excited about it now, man. I'm feeling that. And then what's the name of the one you're working on right now? Did you share that name yet?
That's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. It's called
Lines of Allegiance.
Trials of Matrimony.
Oh,
Trials of Matrimony.
Yeah, Lines of Allegiance will be out sometime in April.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is the one you
that's the Paid in Full type of movie.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice. That's
can't wait.
Right. The Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a dope title right there, man.
Yeah.
Now that's what's up, man. So definitely we gonna push all of those. I'm gonna watch them. You know, it's a good excuse to eat popcorn. It's like you said, it's crazy out there. So I'm not going now. I'm not outside. So I'll be inside watching them move.
Right.
Just hearing about the show and things like that. Because I love writing scripts. I kind of get scared to write them because I get lost in the characters. Because these characters live in my head after I create them and put them out there, like on scripts, and then even having the table reads, I'm like, yes, and then I'll be like, say it like this, but have a little passion and this and this. And when these characters live in my head, and then sometimes I'll be like, oh man, I got to get these things out, and I don't have any way up until here recently. Like now I got my cameras, I got my lighting, I got my everything. Yeah, so I might just release a Tubi movie.
Hey, why not?
It's gonna be called "Damn It, Just Do It."
There you go. Damn it, just do it. There we go.
Damn it, just do it.
D-I.
Hey, I know a good lead actress that I could refer to you. Her name is Bianca Marie.
Bianca, yeah.
Hey, where you gonna film it at? Where you filming it at? You might have to travel to LA, Bianca.
Look, no, I might have to come to Atlanta because Atlanta be popping. And look, you know what I'm saying? I need the black community, the white community, the yo community, the my community. I need the views.
The views. Do it again. That's what's up, man. Hey, wish nothing but success on all the movies coming out, and I'm watching all of them too.
Yeah, for real, man. Yeah, and big ups for following your dreams. You know it's hard.
Yeah, hell yeah,
to follow their dreams and continue to stay on that road because of the fact that you know that life be life, and sometimes you got to be able to put your dream aside. But if you able to stick with your dream and then go ahead and rough through the life. More kudos to you.
Hell yeah. Nah, much respect on that one.
Yeah, because acting has always been there's been acting has been up here, and then dancing was about right here. But I was trying to do both when I was in Tucson. But in Tucson, it wasn't a good outlet for black actresses. You know, it was barely some for choreographers, because everybody's there, of course, is Mexican, Puerto Rican, everything, you know. And then on top of that, I'm dark skinned, you know what I'm saying? So that was always an issue as well,
right?
But being here, it just makes me I'm blessed, you know. I get to meet different people. They actually get to see my work versus you know, not doing anything at all. So, and then on top of that, you know, my kids were little back then. So now that they are grown, you know, I can actually get out there and do whatever I want to do.
Hey,
you know, so that's
real. Yeah, man. I commend you and continue to go far. So what's next for you? What's next? I mean, obviously more filming, but what's gonna happen after you get that Oscar? Are you gonna start filming and directing your stories?
Great question.
I'm not sure. I did think about being a movement coach. That's something that I'm interested in. And a movement coach is basically coaching the actors and actresses on how to move while they're doing their lines.
Okay. Like body language.
So like for instance, if you're looking confused, you know.
Yeah.
So that's something that I do enjoy. I see myself doing it now already, and it's something that I really do enjoy.
That's what's up.
Okay.
Man, I thought, man, when you said movement coach, I'm like, wait a minute, you talking about being like the Phil Jackson for black people when they movement? I'm like, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't know where it was going. I don't know this.
See, I didn't even go that way. I was going the way that she was thinking. I wasn't even thinking that.
So Dr. Pooh said, as long as it's not like Rachel Ziegler, right? I don't get that.
Okay.
Y'all gonna have to explain that to me.
Rachel Ziegler.
She is the. Do you know? She's the girl who plays Snow White in the new Disney movie.
Oh,
yeah. A lot of people think that she didn't do a good job. I personally haven't seen it, so I don't know.
I don't know. It bombed at the box office. I know that for sure.
Snow White? Oh, I haven't seen that one.
I have not either.
Someone sent a picture, man.
What
They
y'all
got
think
the
about
girl looking like Michael Jackson. What were you saying, Bianca?
Did y'all see The Little Mermaid?
Yes.
Yes, I did see them.
I saw bits and pieces of it. I saw bits.
Bits and
it
pieces.
was okay. It was better than what I expected it to be.
I watched it with no expectations because I know my daughter wanted to watch it, and I think I fell asleep on it a couple times and woke back up while it was on. I don't do much TV. I only do TV with wifey. You know what I'm saying? We don't watch Little Mermaids. Like my daughters, whenever they want to watch a show, my youngest she's always like, it's a Disney movie. But you know what I'm saying? For a minute there, I was like, she wanted to be a mermaid. So we watched Little Mermaid, right? Mm-hmm. But then when she saw the Cinderella with Brandy, she was like, oh, I want to be Brandy. I'm like, okay. So then we'll watch that. I fall asleep through all of them. I just, but we got our popcorn. She be like, Daddy, the movie's over. And then she be like, thank you for my date. I'm like, you're welcome. I needed that nap.
Nah, for real. So, so you brought something up, Bianca, and it's really real. And that's actually I think it's a good tie-in to the next topic we're going to talk about, because you're not the only dark-skinned woman I know that had that issue in Tucson. I know these twins who were same thing. Like they were kind of on their movement to get a reality show, right? But it wasn't really hitting in Tucson. That's just how it is in Tucson. It is what it is. Oh, it was. I don't know if it's changed.
Yeah, my nephew got it popping out there.
But then they moved to North Carolina, and same like with you in Georgia, right? They started popping like till this day. Like I think I checked one of the sisters, man. She got like almost 50,000 followers on Instagram and stuff. Like the moment they left, that was a little bit more, I don't know what the proper term, black friendly. They started popping. Popping, man. They was doing their thing, and I was just like, that's what's up. Which is a good tie-in for the next topic. You wanted to talk about race in the workplace. Like, what open us up on that conversation, Bianca. What did you want to talk about with that?
Well, I mean, since that guy got in office, I think people getting a little beside themselves and think that they can say anything that they want and think that it's a joke when it's not. Especially when the whole DEI stuff came out about. It's like you just and the thing is, he didn't realize he's the only white guy in the store, right? Mm-hmm. We're a bunch of women, so we're a part of that as well. But you just keep talking about me.
Oh,
thinking that I'm the only one a part of it. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But you don't realize that you're offending all of the women that's in here. You see what I'm saying? That's the issue that we've been having. I got a lot of. Luckily, I don't work with a few of them, but it's getting a little ridiculous, and I really don't know how to handle it that well. I'm handling the best way I can.
So it's like so it's almost as if like the barriers have just been lifted. It's just free for all, going back, say offensive stuff. Like okay. It's funny you say that, right? Something similar happened to me when I was early on in my Air Force career, man. I remember I got to my first base, young airman, just trying to, figure stuff out, trying to do things the right way. And I never forget, man, it was, I forget his name, but he was Puerto Rican. Staff sergeant pulled me to the side and was like, hey, man, the the NCOs kind of had a meeting and they said these things about you, and I was just like, and all like, what? I'm like, dude, I just got here. I'm just trying to like learn my job, man. The term that was used was, what was the term? I'll never forget. And this was what, 25 years ago. They said I had a homeboyish attitude. I'm like, what does that mean? So like, I honestly didn't know what to do. So like, there was this other black tech sergeant that worked in the shop, like next to me. So I didn't know what to do. So I was like, dude, they said this. I don't know what that means. And he went and confronted them and was like, hey man, him and I, we probably sound the same, similar. He was like, are you gonna tell me I got a homeboyish attitude? And he, straightened it out, and I was okay since then. But it was something similar. Like it hurt. I'm not gonna lie. You come in and you want to serve your country, and then the people that are supposed to be your leaders and mentors and groomers, you know what I'm saying, say this type of stuff for you. So it was happening back then. I'm trying to think. I haven't seen a lot of that lately, at least not like blatantly, but it's definitely there, and it's painful. Mm-hmm. It's painful, man, because people, I know sometimes we bring these conversations up like that, and it's kind of just brush it off. But hey, man, it hurts, man. Like, how do you deal with that, really? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I just remain calm, and my manager, she said, she's like, you are very calm. She said, and I am so proud of you. I'm proud of myself.
No,
because that's how I used to be.
True. We go back. Well, I know you. Yeah.
Right. It's pop off queen. But I'm 41 now. I gotta,
Yeah. I think the older we get, man, when stuff happens like that, I think one of the influences we got to think about is we got to pay these bills. So if I react the way I want to react, one, I may not be able to still have this job to pay these bills, and two, not only that, I'm gonna be asking someone for some bail money to get me out of a sticky situation.
Also, what I do want to say is, like, one thing is, we have to realize that people are okay. If I go biblical term, in the biblical, if you know what I'm saying, if you're not, you know what I'm saying, some people have a natural evil in them, right? And some people feel like certain things happen to give them an excuse to say some things, and that's not right. It's not fair. You know what I'm saying? Is it real? Yes, but I believe that we have to be adults about all things. We can't just fly off the handle and say what we want to say. You know what I'm saying? Nor should somebody feel free to say what they want to say that's going to cause offense. But then we also got to look at it like, do I really want to put energy behind this? Mm-hmm. Or let me just put in the mental, say, well, just because that happened, you're going to say this. And then I think you're going to, just because, saying President Donald Trump is in office, it doesn't give you a green light to be disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Because let's just be honest. If Biden was in office, people would still be disrespectful, because they were like that with Obama. When Obama was in office, people really showed who they were. And I was like, wow. But then it's like, do I let the actions of another person deter how I feel? Mm-hmm. Or is it going to just make me just realize that, this is how this person thinks. I know how to deal with them. Or boundaries, borders, boom, they on the side. Because one thing for certain and two things for sure, we're not going to have an easy life no matter who's in office. It's our job to do what we got to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And yes, you know what I'm saying? The rollbacks, it hurt. But now that after you feel that pain, because you got to feel it, now what are you going to do with it? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? 2 years from now, after you felt that pain, have a story, a success story that came out of that pain.
Ooh, you just gave me an idea. Make a movie about it. Come on now.
Yeah.
Let's
2026,
go.
The Fix. Boom. 2028.
I like that. Right. Hey, Nah, good point though, because that kind of came up before, Corey, when we were talking about the power behind the N-word, right? And I'm not talking about ninja. And that was my stance on it, right? Was yeah, it hurts. You know what I mean? It definitely hurts, but you can't control what's going on someone else. Like whatever they're doing, whatever they think, whatever evils they have, biases, hatred, whatever, you can't control that, but you can control how you react. So like, and that's what I was saying, right? Like when you scale it down, especially with the N-word, it's just a word. Like most people, if someone is watching, it's like, oh man, you crazy, the history. Like, I get that, dude. I get the history. I share my story. You know what I mean? Like, but at the end of the day, man, we got kids to feed. Some of us got grandkids to feed. We got college funds to build, trust funds to build, and stuff like that. Is that one word worth losing the resources you need to fund your trust funds and accounts and college accounts and stuff like that? Right? It's just, I think it's a mental shift to be like, hey man, as long as you're not coming over here threatening me with any physical violence, like say what you gotta say, man. I'm gonna stay over here. Now, when you come into my bubble, that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah. long as you're not being disrespectful to the point for my children, my wife.
You know who hurt me?
Who?
A person that I grew up watching. Roseanne. I am very hurt at Roseanne.
I remember that. Because I was a huge Roseanne fan too.
Full blown.
Yeah. That did hurt.
I remember a certain episode where DJ had to kiss a black girl for the play, and Dan was against it. But Roseanne, she's like, no, you're gonna kiss this girl. You don't want people to make us look like we're, and it was so believable.
Right.
And of course they had, there are some black cast members in it. Like, it just seemed like everybody just got along. And just to hear now that she's been like that the whole time, it's kind of sucks.
It did suck because growing up in the 80s,
every night at 9 o'clock.
I used to watch that, boy. And dude, I was even such a fan when she did the national anthem. The way she did it back in the day with the dude, like, and then I was hyped for Roseanne. And then I feel you. That hurt. That hurt.
I know, Bobby. I'm gonna tag you in, Bobby. Go on in.
What do you want? What do you want me to tell you? So I am in my heart and true to my core, I am a conservative. I won't ever change my views on anything because my political views come from the foundation of my biblical beliefs and the foundation of morals that I live on. However, I will say that daily we're going to come across people who aren't going to always agree with what we say, and that's okay. While I can't, I can't fix what people are saying, even if they're saying stupid stuff all the time. I can't fix what they're saying, but I can choose how to react to what they're saying. That's like Corey was saying, I'm not going to choose to put my energy behind that. And at the end of the day, we're called to love people. That don't mean we have to agree with every single thing, but I can choose to love you and still choose to be kind to you, even if I disagree with you. Now, I will say, once you start calling me names and start trying to tell me I'm uneducated because of how I voted, then I mean, like, hold on one second. You're not about to put me down because you don't like who's in office. Don't call me uneducated. Because I've had that talk with somebody here very recently who was supposed to be a friend of mine. And I'm like, first off, I didn't name call you. I didn't call you stupid. I didn't call you uneducated because you chose to vote for Kamala Harris. That's cool. That's your vote. That's your choice. It's okay. I went the other way on it, but we could still choose to love each other at the end of the day. Yeah. I'm not, you know what I mean? That's a choice. But as far as like race in the workplace, you're going to work with all sorts of backgrounds of people and just knowing how to still be kind at the end of the day and be like, yep. I mean, if it really, really, really gets to the point where somebody's getting truly physical or threatening, take action. Definitely take action because you don't want to sit back and just let somebody steamroll you or be too passive aggressive. There's a time you need to be aggressive. Hold on a second.
But, when you saying that
we kind of had that go ahead.
No, you're right. No, go for it. I was going to piggyback off it, but go for it. Go for it.
So I dealt with what they call the black girl. I'm trying to think. It kind of just slipped my mind. But
It's all
just
good.
like the outrageous black girl when it comes to certain things, like I could be talking just like this, but because we're not agreeing, you're telling me to calm down. Why you keep telling me to calm down? I'm just talking to you. You know what I mean? So I've gotten that twice by that person already. What they call it, the angry black woman card. Yeah, they call it
Yeah.
the angry black woman
Yeah.
card. You know what I
AGB.
mean? So, and those are the things that we had to address, and it just had to get taken to HR. You know what I mean? Because we're not going to keep going through this over and over again. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it really made me feel like I couldn't say anything. I couldn't speak because you automatically think I'm getting loud and aggressive when I'm just talking to you like this because I'm not agreeing with what you're saying. I'm being aggressive, and I didn't appreciate that.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, and it sounds like you practice what DC Mally 202 said on IG, self-discipline. It works, right? But it still doesn't, nullify the pain. You know what I mean? Because you said the pain sticks with you, man. If you've ever been uh um treated like that or discriminated against at where you work, man, it don't feel good. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I've been to therapy a few times to help because that my issue that I shared was not the first time I ran into something like that, and I was in the military. But when you look at the military, it's a sample size of our society, right? So if you have people with hatred and bigotry and discrimination in your society, naturally you're gonna have them in the military, right? So it happens, and I think the best thing to do, not the only thing, I would definitely say go get some therapy, because anyone who's experienced that, man, you're not gonna know how to have that self-discipline that DC Mally 202 was talking about until you know how to heal. Because that was the biggest thing I learned was how to just let that go. It still hurts, when you think about it. Feel the pain, address the pain, right? But then you got to know how to let it go and move forward, because it's not worth it, man. It's not. We got to pay these bills. Dr. Poole said something. He said sometimes having a masculine attitude for a woman causes her to have more issues than she should. I think it's the masculinity.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I got to challenge that one. Go ahead, Corey.
Yeah, you got to think about it is because of the fact that some people may look at masculinity, and then some people may look at it as confident. You know what I'm saying? You may look at you may see a person who's very confident, very passionate, but then somebody may say, "Oh, she's just very masculine about what she's doing." Like, no, she's confident. You know what I'm saying? Because those two are very. I mean, you don't want to mix. They can be very misconstrued, because if somebody's very passionate, very assertive, you may call them aggressive.
Stern,
That's not
You
aggressive.
sound exactly like me. That's why I'm laughing, because that type of personality is kind of got me into some tight spots. It was like, oh
it's me
man,
too.
Bobby's rough around the edges. I'm like, no,
Right.
but I'm nice. I'm just a
Yeah.
little passionate and upfront and letting you know I'm not gonna candy coat these truths for
Yeah.
you.
Right.
Because the world
Yeah,
said to do that. I'm gonna come at it as it is. But because I've had that attitude, my husband liked that I had that attitude, because he was very passive. He's more gentle than I am. I ain't gentle. I'm gonna be all up in your face,
Well, you know
So
what you just
right.
did? You was all in our face to help us get to the last topic we're gonna talk about. And I think it's perfect timing, because the last topic Bianca wanted to talk about was
Perfect.
50-50 in relationships and men that lead.
But before you do that,
You know what? What we gotta do? You know what? I think I gotta tell some. Yeah, you know what? If you watch this on YouTube, make sure you click that like button, that subscribe button. Make sure you comment, share this thing out there, man. And
send our guests some words send her some words. Let her know that our guests be chiming in, because they may want to go see, you know what I'm saying, the
Hidden
Allegiance
Truths.
movie. They may want to know about hidden truths. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Bianca be everywhere. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. Let's get it.
Actually, Bianca had a question. Bianca had a question earlier, and then we'll jump into the 50-50 in relationships and men that lead. The question that I saw earlier, Bianca, was what do you listen to? That I forgot who posted that question. I saw it pop up earlier. What do you listen to?
Charles Kong.
Music wise?
Yeah.
I am right now. Gloria, hallelujah. Hey. I love Glorilla. I love me some Glorilla.
Glorilla. Okay.
I love
let it cook.
She's like, I like her music because she doesn't talk about her body all the time. She's not talking about sleeping with people all the time. She's not talking about being a hoe. You know what I'm saying? She's like the Queen Latifah of our day. Almost. You know what I mean? She is. She's I really, she reminds me a lot of me. She's basically telling you, don't worry about these men right now. Get your money, get your education, do the thing that you're supposed to do in life before. Don't worry about no man. It's gonna be don't post them, don't do nothing. You know what I mean? So that's actually how you have to live right now. I mean, especially, they're in their 20s. So, the guys in their 20s,
they trying to be Migos
horrible right now. Even more horrible than they used to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They NBA and YNL and WR.
The YNs.
Yeah.
So I've been seeing that. They've been calling them YNs. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So YN is not
I
a guy that leads.
To a lot of Glow.
I love Glow. I like Glow, actually. Let it cook.
Huh? YN is definitely not a guy. I listen to a lot of Glow, but more than Glow, I listen to a lot of old school. I still listen to my old school songs. I still listen to my R. Kelly, Public Announcement, Anita Baker, Prince.
Hey.
Prince.
Yeah.
But
hey, that's what's up.
Girl, you said Public Announcement. People don't know about Public Announcement. Somebody probably knocking.
Yeah, people don't know. But see, I'm from Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's right. You from Chi-Town.
Yeah. Nah, that's what's up.
But I still listen to my old. That one right there.
Prince is legit though. So getting back to the topic, this is gonna close out the show right here. So you want to talk about 50-50 in relationships and men that lead. What's that about?
A lot of people it's almost so much back and forth between, can a man, doing 50-50, can he actually lead? He actually can. I don't mind doing the 50-50. I see all these girls. It's like, if he doing 50-50, then he just ain't doing it. No. The thing is, if you are in a 50-50 relationship and the guy is only contributing to the bare minimum, then that's not a good relationship. That he's not being a leader. A woman and a woman can make more money than that man, but as long as he's doing his part and more, he's a leader. If you doing 50-50, you making more and he make less than you, and all he doing is going home and he giving, most of his check is, being, distributed to the household, but you're not making an effort to do anything else, although you still talk about it. You talk about it, but you're not doing no action behind it. So who actually do you want to lead?
Good point.
You see what I'm saying?
I think naturally women want men to lead. we like. Yes. I think naturally we like being led. We look for men to leadership, and it's not to crap on women, but I think that's how we were designed, is to be led, and that's perfectly okay. It's okay.
And that masculinity will get very soft.
Yeah.
Say that again, Bianca.
I said that masculinity, you get very soft when you have a leader.
When you have a female leader.
No.
No.
She's saying
when
that she's responding to Donald's question.
Okay. I see what you're saying. I understood. Oh, so
yeah,
if a man is leading correctly, that masculinity that was talked about earlier will get soft. So basically,
Yes.
what you're saying is stepped up.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's
Yep.
and yeah, that's because
That's
of the
true.
fact that
100%. She's correct.
yeah,
She's correct.
you as a man, you supposed to make sure that you be that be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Be that guy. And some men, let's just be honest, some men they know how to do it, but they had not just a father figure because some men were raised by their moms, by women, right? But they sought out to have a male figure or a male person that they looked up to, or even sometimes they saw it on television. Dr. Cosby, you know what I'm saying? Dr. Huxtable, I should say. Bill
Mm-hmm.
Cosby is responsible for a lot of young men that I know that went to college, that went into doctors. You know what I'm saying? Because even
Yeah.
though their mom
Yeah.
was their mom was at home and they didn't have a father figure, they didn't just go ahead and just grow up and became a soft man. They knew that because maybe that mom was like, go hang with your cousins, go out with your uncles, go do this and go do that. You know what I'm saying? I think the problem is some men, they are, what's the word? They're not, I mean, I wouldn't say they're passive, they're non-confrontational.
Mm-hmm.
I can
And
see
I'm a
that.
confrontation type
I
of
can
person.
see that. I can see that. Yeah, I see that a lot, man.
Yeah.
I think women and the having that masculinity come out of them is because they don't have somebody leading them, so they feel they need to compensate for that. And I think that's kind of like what I was thinking, where Bianca was kind of going to. Women compensate for that masculinity that they need in their life, and so they end up coming out having to be more macho than your average female because naturally, like you were saying, that they want to be led, but they haven't been led by the right type of male, and so because of that, they compensate.
Mm-hmm.
I see that. I see
And
that. I can see that.
what I have noticed, what I have noticed is without really knowing, you really start losing respect for that person.
Yeah.
Because they're remaining complacent. Like you're not purposely doing it, but you find yourself not respecting what they do
Good
because
point.
at some point you're feeling like you're feeling like you're above them, but at the same time they're making you above them. You see what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
if you got a person that's pushing you to do something, but yeah, you're just steady being complacent, then what are we doing?
Mm.
If
How can
you're a
I follow
person
you
that
if you're not taking us nowhere?
We want our
well, you
husbands
gonna
to
lead
be
us to hell,
husbands. We don't want to be mamas to a boy.
Mm-mm.
I ain't looking to be a
right?
mama. I
And
want to be a
I
wife.
came out of a marriage where I had a leader, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm.
to leave that person, we get a divorce, and then I get with somebody else, and I'm the leader. And I'm like, wait a minute,
Mm.
I don't know how to do. Okay, what you know, but because I know I have to take care of me and my family, I'm going to automatically take on that role because I have to
Yeah.
get things done.
Things got to get done.
Things got to get done, man.
So with doing that, if you watching me do everything, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Right.
Yeah. Nah, good point. Got to
And
comment
and
on,
I and going
No, go ahead.
going back to going back to what as far as like how they grew up. Sometimes I feel I think about that too because it's like, okay, well, even though even if the dad is around, if their dad is always at work, was he always at home with the mom? Was cooking, helping cooking and cleaning,
Point.
Was
doing
he
the
present?
wifely was the son doing the wifely duties, and that's why you grew up to do those things and not the leadership part. You know what I mean? So it just makes you think.
Yeah.
It also make
Yeah.
it also makes you think about the type of person that you need to be with. Not saying that person will never find anybody. You just got to
Mhm.
find somebody that's okay with you being the way that you are.
And
Yeah.
you want to know what?
Good point.
I got an idea. I think those are first date questions that people should ask.
Yo,
Those are first date questions.
What kind of questions?
Yeah.
Like, oh, were you raised by your mom or were you raised by your dad or was you raised with both parents? And I'm like, oh, both parents. Like,
You
so
know,
what? You know what I'm saying? What did that look
yeah,
like?
yeah. Now that's news you
so
can use right there for
my
real.
my boy,
Mm-mm.
the guy that I've been with him for 3 years, and he's 50 now. You know, and it's funny that you say that because he actually started asking me all those questions. I'm like, why are you asking me all these
Mm-hmm.
questions? And he was like,
Mm-hmm.
you have to ask these type of questions, and it's true. It's
Mhm.
true. It's like even
Yeah.
when dating somebody, you don't really completely know a person until at least 3 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
I
you
can
could
see
get with
that.
somebody in a year, okay, everything's good, and then you start finding out more and more stuff about them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You gotta talk about how you grew up, because that's gonna determine the type
Yeah,
of person that you
Yeah.
are now.
yeah,
You
Yeah.
know, have you had to go to counseling for something? You know what I mean? It's just a lot of questions that needs to be especially now we
we
old.
grown.
We ain't
Do you
grown.
owe the
We
government
old.
money and not
Yeah.
tell me about it?
Yeah. No,
Mhm.
that doesn't help. That doesn't help.
I've had
Like,
that happen before. I've had that happen before. My
like,
very first marriage, I filed taxes and I had like almost $2,000 taken out. I said, what is this? Oh, oh, you know what? I did owe them money.
Ooh.
Are you kidding me? That's how
Ooh.
you find out.
mm-hmm.
That's why
That's
you're
why
not
he's the
It's so funny that you said it.
ex-husband.
yeah,
Ex-husband.
the X. Yeah.
Listen, I got something. I got something for that. My last there was a piece of mail from the IRS on the table. Let it
Mhm.
sit there for 2 weeks. So now after the 2 weeks, I pick it up. I'm like, I open it. I'm like, why you ain't open this? I can't pay it.
Ooh. Ooh.
Uh-uh.
Ooh.
Nah, bro, that's the wrong sound effect.
And
That's
You
I
need to
was
put
just
some
the
at a
bomb on
wrong.
that.
loss for word. And I was like, oh, I'm like, how are we going to get married if because
Ah.
your credit becomes my credit?
My credit.
Credit.
You see what
Mhm.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
even though that relationship, it did not work out. He left me, but it was also a blessing
A blessing
Oh
in
yeah.
disguise,
because
baby.
I
He
was
left you and took that bad credit score with him,
leaving.
huh? Oh.
Yeah, what I'm saying, leaving a marriage, and getting with somebody that you just want to love you. It just it was a blessing to be rid, because it was a lot of weight. I've never felt weight on my shoulders
Mhm.
Mm.
lifted off, and I've even the tears was rolling down, but
Mhm.
my shoulders felt so light.
Mm.
Got rid
It
of that
was.
YN. Did
I'm
I use
like,
that
okay,
correctly?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And he ain't
Yeah.
even a YN. He just act like one. But
Oh wow. Oh wow.
but yeah,
Ah.
it's a blessing to leave that situation, learn to heal, and know what you want in your life for the next go around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
So
Yeah.
important. That's very
now
important.
So,
hopefully I got it right. You know.
are these YNs young ninjas?
Yes.
Okay. I
Yes.
was
No,
like,
no.
I'm
Yeah. Young, yeah. He said, oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, young
you
ninjas.
said no, no, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I had put two and two together, like I had just made
I
that
was just
connection.
making sure. I was just making sure we was all on the same
I watched the
page.
I watched the Breakfast Club enough to know what the
Hmm.
YN is. What YN is.
You know what? I get it now. I'm a little behind on stuff,
Yeah.
but I mean that's what we would used to call a fuck boy. That's the new version of a fuck
Mm,
boy. Is
Yeah.
that
That's
mm,
That's
mhm,
that's generation this Gen Z's version of
okay? Okay, so because the millennial version was
yeah,
the
yeah. Hmm.
okay. I'm caught up now. I'm caught up
yeah.
now. So y'all was
Yeah.
talking about how you were
Hmm.
raised makes a difference. Read this comment, and then I'm gonna challenge it, and then a little discussion. But it said DC Melly 202 said black women raise their daughters but spoil their sons. Um, mm, I gotta challenge that
I don't.
because
I
I,
don't.
I was raised by
Yeah.
a black woman and I wasn't spoiled. Like my mom was the type. If I was like, I'm hungry, she was like, you better get in there and cook. Like
it's like that in the Hispanic communities, though.
Say what?
It's very much
it's like that in the Hispanic communities.
In Spanish communities, but it's also like
Spanish. I'd say Hispanic.
It was portrayed like that in the early 90s, because if you remember Boys in the Hood, Ricky and Doughboy had their mom, right? And Doughboy mom didn't really care much about Doughboy because of his reputation,
but she cared about Ricky.
Cared about Ricky, and she blamed Ricky's death on Doughboy.
Yeah.
Remember, art imitates life, and that's why I'm bringing it back to the cinematic thing. Like mothers, you know what I'm saying, and we even see it like in TV, like even the Wonder Years, right? The mother had a great relationship with the son. That's why I say you're a mama's boy, you're a daddy's little girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The problem is, I think it's sometimes a mom sees her son as an extension of her father, and wants to make sure that son meets the standard of her husband, if the standard was set right.
Yeah.
And then sometimes the mom can forget the expectation that she has for her daughter, because she's over trying to make sure her son grows up to be a right person. Not saying that she does, because the daughter is still looking at mom too. And the daughter is looking like, okay, I'm gonna be like mom. But mom is making sure her son, my brother, is going to look like dad. So mom has to be able to look and be like, do this, especially if it's a one parent home. If it's a 2-parent home, like Gmo and Bobby tell you, me and my daughters have date every week. So when they get older, they'll know you have dates with your daughter every week. But I don't neglect my son. Me and my son, every time we driving somewhere, I mean, I cut my son hair, so we have conversations. I just think the different dynamics for different families.
Yeah.
I hear you. My 5-year-old was watching me earlier. She's sitting at the table painting, even though I told her not to. She's at the table painting while I'm making dinner right before the show, and I'm stirring my creamy Tuscan chicken is what I made with some garlic butter noodles. And she goes,
Bobby, you need to open up a restaurant.
She be cooking.
I cook, especially on Mondays, because I know it's podcast day. So I come home a little early from work and stuff. I make sure everybody's got good food in their stomach, so I eat before I do this. But I'm cooking, and my 5-year-old Mercy, she goes, "Mommy, when I get older, I'm gonna cook for my family like you do." I was like, "Yeah, I hope so. Pretty soon you're gonna be up here with me, because you're gonna be learning how to cook too. You're gonna give me a break at some point."
Yeah.
And stuff. But she's like, she's like this with me, and I have five girls and a boy, and my son, he's about to graduate high school, so he's in the middle of my girls. A lot of people ask me if he's the youngest or oldest. Neither. He's right in the middle. He's got 3 younger sisters and 2 older sisters. Yeah. But no, we have. So I'm a mom of girls, and I try to do the same thing too, where the girls spend a little bit more time with my husband. That's because he takes care of the business stuff while I'm at work during the day. So he spends a lot of time with them, but on the weekends, trying to be more cognitive and mindful about having those mommy-daughter dates. They need those just as much as a daddy-daughter date does.
100%.
Stuff.
100%. Like how you said that,
because I'm raising my girls to be independent, God-fearing young ladies who are going to be good wives and good mommies to their children, because we're not going to have generational curses flowing into my grandchildren's lives and stuff, and that all starts here in the home.
No, yeah, 100%. I like where you're going, DC Mally 202, but we're running out of time. But that is a good topic for another show.
What do you say?
I think it varies. Talking about the boys being spoiled by black moms.
Well, because you said maybe post-traumatic slavery disorder.
No, good Lord.
Like, what? Look at there. Hey, I think that's actually a legit topic, but we don't have enough time tonight. That's a legit topic, but we don't have time tonight. We'll stick a pin in that one. But I think what I'm picking up on what everybody's saying is that family dynamic, right? Because we got to teach them. And we said that a few times on the show, they're going to model our behavior, right? So if you want the boys to know how to grow up and be leaders, we got to teach them.
We got to teach them.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if there's, you know, the YNs right now, I don't depend on the age. I don't know if we could teach them because they may not be open to listen.
Everybody's teachable. It just can't. It got to be a different techer. Not everybody can teach.
Yeah. I'm just worried that if you try to mentor someone, they'll be like, man, go on over there, Unc. You know what I mean? They looking at us like, hey, Unc, go over there, man. It's like,
tell them I got.
This new generation don't know how to. You know, they don't know how to be talked to. You know, when you want to sit down and talk to them, you know, they end up, you don't need to tell me this. And, you know, so it's almost like.
Yeah.
So it's a tough spot because it's like you want to try to teach them and mentor them. But I'm like, do I try to put that time into someone that won't listen? Or do I move on to the even younger generation and start teaching them? Because now I got more of a blank canvas that I might be able to pour more into. I don't know. What y'all think? Did we lose her?
I think we lost her.
Oh no.
She's gonna come back.
We'll see if she comes back.
And we were about to wrap it up anyway, right?
We were about to wrap it up, but hopefully
this is a perfect time for me to tell you to do something. You know what I'm saying? So you already know what time it is. Check it out. I need all y'all to like, comment, subscribe, and share this platform right now. Not right now. Right now. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. All right, she's back. So how do we fix this, Bianca? We was waiting for you to come back so we could wrap up. How do we fix this? How do we teach the men that you could be 50-50 relationship, but you still got to lead the way? What do we do?
Communication.
And
asking those questions in the beginning, so you'll know the type of person that you're dealing with.
Ask the tough questions, man.
Especially from the women. Let your guy know what you're looking for, what your standard is, so that you know right away. Don't play around. If you're not willing to meet that standard, if you know what it is from the get-go and you're not willing to meet me there, I don't think this is the relationship for you.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you,
that's okay.
Like
and a lot of us
don't waste
tend
nobody else's time.
A lot of us tend to, we'll do things in a relationship because the man likes it, and we just trying to appease them, but then it's not really something that we like to do. So that happens a lot. Say a guy, he's into certain things, and then you just make yourself into it too because you like him and you want to be around him, you know what I mean? But it's not something that you really care for. So that happens a lot. I've been hearing it a lot. Well, but I mean, just have some communication.
Absolutely.
Communication, that's key, because if you communicate that in the beginning, then you'll know what your likes and dislikes are. Because let's just be honest, if you don't say nothing and then 2 years go around like, well, you did it all the time, I didn't think it was a problem, I don't want to do it no more. You're like, that's one of the reasons why I like you.
Exactly. That
Good
right
point.
there.
Good
that
point.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Have those conversations straight up, like up front. If it scares that person away, that's good. They save you a lot of time, because then you wait 2-3 years and then you find out the truth. You're like, damn it, I could have found someone else I was more compatible with, man.
We don't want to say the word compatible.
Exactly.
We want to say
now you just wasted 5 years.
Yeah. Why not? Why come
figure out early if you're equally yoked?
Just say like. You say like, I'm gonna find somebody that like me and I like them, like the way I like each other. I'm just
okay.
But no, you're right. Compatibility is key.
Potato. You know what? my shout out to my boy James, man. He taught me something a long time ago that sums all of it up. Find someone that complements your life, not complicates it.
Oh,
that's dude. When he told me that was a game changer. Cause like, dude, like oftentimes I think we've all done it. We've seen the red flags. You've seen it. You've seen the red flag, man.
We ran to it.
What red flags?
Hey, every time you see a red flag, that's a sign of complication. And if those complications add up, that ain't it, dog. That ain't it.
But I mean, look, let me just tell you, we saw red flags when we was younger. We had, but she cute though.
Or there was another.
You look over them. You look over the red flags.
Cause like I can tolerate
red flags because the sex is good.
She said it.
Yep. Or you think they're gonna change? Oh, but they don't know me. They might change those red flags. Won't be red flags.
Yeah,
the potential is there.
They're not gonna change. Don't go for the potential. Go for what you see, man. Go for what you see and communicate. I think those are some good takeaways, man. News you could use to be like, hey, that's one way we can look at. Hey, we need better relationships, better partnerships, and better man that could lead, man. Like I'm gonna tell you what, in my circle, I'm doing my part to make sure my boys step up, man. Yeah, man. Because I've been, my son had his first kid, so I gotta have these conversations with him. Like, hey, man, step up, pimp. Like, the moments when they try to get afraid of life, like it's too late now, baby. It's time to raise this baby. Like I had to raise you. Come on, man.
Learn how to make that. Learn how to make that milk bottle, baby.
You in.
Yep. And you know what? To your point, Bianca, and everybody's point, I think we just got to do a better job being community too, man. Because it's like if someone is not doing what they need to be doing, Bobby should be able to correct them. You know what I mean? Without taking offense. You know what I mean? Like, hey, hold on now, because you're doing your part to teach your women how to be women, right? The women in your house. It's just, hey, it's a two-way street. Like we're gonna communicate, but be open to the feedback. You know what I'm saying? Or else we're not gonna make it nowhere, man. But that being said, man, Bianca, thank you. That good conversation.
Good conversation.
Go through the list of movies again. What movies can we see on Tubi right now?
So the one that you can watch right now is Hidden Truths.
Hidden Truths.
Okay, and everybody that's on you, I'm gonna give you my Facebook is Bianca Marie. Then you can catch me on IG. I'm Miss La. It's MZLA_the actress.
I thought you was from LA when I saw that. I was like, she from LA.
Well,
so go check her out, man. Go
it's a
follow
funny
her.
story about that. That was my nickname. I had a nickname, LeBron Eyes, because I have light eyes, and it was from this movie. It's from this old school movie called Mi Vida Loca.
Mi Vida Loca.
And the girl name was yeah.
Bianca just sent you a follow.
So, La Blue Eyes. Okay. But La Blue Eyes, I call myself La Brown Eyes. So I just been La Brown Eyes since I was 18 years old. So I just changed it to Miss La, the actress.
I like it.
Love it.
I like it. Boom. So go follow her. Go check those movies out. She got another movie coming out soon. A movie that might be bought soon. Put that out there in the ether. Like I said, when that movie gets bought, just let me know something.
Her internal reflections.
Her eternal reflections. So like I said,
I got you.
Yeah, man. But like, let's treat it like a grant, not a loan, because the grant you don't have to pay back. So like, let's work it that way.
I got you.
Nah, this is beautiful, man. Definitely. Let's. We got to do this again. Come through anytime you got a new project to promote.
We got to do it again. It was nice seeing you, man. For real.
Yeah, hell yeah. This is my people's,
and
man.
It was nice meeting y'all, Corey and Bobby.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah. You too.
Oh yeah. So as we do every night, Bobby, let them know what they could get from you. If they're in the San Antonio, Bexar County area.
If you're in the San Antonio area, we service Bexar County, Wilson County, Atascocima County, and Medina County. We will take care of you. If you have water damage due to AC leak, refrigerator leak, if your water heater busts, call me. Let me know what's going on. Let us help you out. Get your homeowner's insurance involved, and we will get you rolling and get it all dried up to prevent mold from setting in. Because if you do get that mold, we are water mold mitigation specialists as well. So hit me up. Let me know what you need, and we'll take care of it.
Yeah, man. Corey, what can they get from you, sir, if they need it?
Well, it's your main man with the game plan, Corey Giovanni. And look, if you like the way we run our podcast, or you want to go ahead and get your own podcast, tap in with your boy. We have great affordable rates, and plus, technically speaking, has news that you can use. You can find me at Corey Giovanni on all platforms: TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and the Twitter.
So basically, what you're saying is, if I didn't have a podcast already,
right,
I came to you. You can help me get that podcast.
I've never been on Twitter all these years. I've never been on Twitter.
I could. Well, Bianca, you ain't got to worry about it because I think they shutting down. But yes, I could be able to help you produce your podcast. It's super simple, and we can get you running up quicker than a hiccup.
Quicker than a hiccup. That's what's up. Yeah, hit them up if you're trying to get your podcast started. And then me, I go by tech _Vaughn_go. You need a place to stay if you come to San Antonio to come to one of the plethora of events. We got the Final Four that just popped off. We had the Valero Open that just popped off, man. San Antonio's popping, man. Y'all better stop playing, man. My stay booked. But if you want to get a discount code, you coming out here for whatever, Air Force graduation, the BAMC graduations they have, man. There's so much going on here in San Antonio. Hit me up. I'll hook you up with a little discount. Other than that, thank y'all, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, for the love. Y'all have a good night. That's tonight's show, y'all.
Peace.